Has decluttering your house been weighing on your mind? Has it been a stress, an albatross across your neck is how I describe it? Well, for me it has. And this weekend I did something about it. Hey everyone, welcome to the Women's ADHD Midlife group chat. I'm Maureen. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I did a video a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, on clutter. And, there's so much to talk about. Anyway, I think it was a long video. I talked a lot about the clutter I had. Most of my clutter is divided into two categories. I have eBay inventory, and that is a huge source of stress for me. And then my other clutter is from my hobbies. And I talked about collecting vintage lenses, doing learning macro photography over the past 6 to 9 months. And so that's created a lot of clutter. But today I'm talking about the eBay inventory because I had some success and I'm excited to share it with everyone. I have no notes. I didn't even write bullet points. I'm going to do a quick update because, to be honest, I've been working so hard. I want to continue the work. I did look up something about clutter because I feel like, and I don't know, if anyone out there, if you guys can relate to this, please someone say, raise your hand because I can't be the only one. I don't know. I read about how to do this. So I see a therapist. I research online, and that's probably half my problem. I overplan everything, you know what I mean, versus just doing. And so they all say tackle everything 10 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time. Where is my timer? Okay, I got this timer. I say this in all the videos because this is one of the few things that freaking work for me. Pomodoro method, this helps not in the cleaning area. This helps with getting out the door on time. This has been helping so much. I use this almost every day now. And I'm using it for the time, what's it called? Not time blindness. I just did a video about it a week or two ago. Well, whatever. The other thing, the other time issue. We're optimism. Oh, I have a lot of time optimism, everybody. If you don't know what that is, check out my video from 2 weeks ago. I have tons of that. So I'm always running out the door because I always think I can get an hour's worth of work done in a half hour. And I just can't. It defies the law of physics. Just cannot do it. Need to accept it. Anyway, I got this off of Amazon, $15, $15.99. Check it out. It's a little timer. 50, 5, 10, and 25. Turn it on, flip it. If it shows 25, a timer goes off for 25 minutes. So if I have something to do on my computer, like this morning I have therapy. I have a half hour for therapy, 30 minutes. I turned on the 25-minute timer. I went around, made my smoothie, did whatever I need to do. I hear beep, beep, beep. Oh my God, let's go. And I was on time for therapy. Haven't been on time for a while, guys. This is helping. So this helps me with little stuff. The longest it goes is 50 minutes. So if you're a person, because the reason why I'm connecting this is, I'll explain my method of decluttering in a second, because that's what I've been doing since basically Saturday morning, and it's Wednesday afternoon. My poor body. So, of course, I just can't do it the way everyone says is the most effective. What can I tell you? I have to work with my brain. Okay. Looked it up quick today. Decluttering with ADHD. I didn't cite it's AI. AI grabs things from everywhere. Decluttering with ADHD requires working with your brain's unique reward system rather than against it. The most effective strategy is to tackle clutter in micro bursts, such as the 21-item toss or the 20-minute rule to avoid paralysis. Prioritize visible open storage to prevent the out-of-mind trap. In other words, go after the stuff that you pass every day and it's stressing you out. Okay. I have tried that because my office is also a problem. My office is hobby. I have a lot of hobby stuff here, a lot of clutter. It's better though because I've been cleaning for the past 6 weeks because I started a YouTube channel. And so I need room because I just added my LED lighting because I've had some cloudy days. And I'm like, well, I can't depend on, beautiful window light. I have a window here and a window here. But on a cloudy day, if I want to film, I have to. So I had to set up all my LED lighting. For those that don't know, I'm a hobbyist photographer, so I have a lot of this gear. But I had to, clean out a lot of spaces to do the lighting. Anyway, so it's kind of good because I like making the videos, and it's a fun thing for me. So kind of it helps me declutter my office because there's a reward. So in that case, that's kind of working for me. What this is saying about the short periods of time. But I am such an all or nothing person, which I do believe is part of being ADHD. I don't know. I don't know if it's part of having ADHD, but that's how I am. And as some of you may know who follow my channel, I'm 22 years in recovery. So I have an addiction history, and supposedly ADHD and addiction, I shouldn't say go hand in hand, but there is a correlation to them. The way our reward pathways work in our brain, I guess, and other things. Anyway, and low dopamine. And I don't pretend to even understand all of it. I'll have to really study this, and maybe I'll do a video on it after I know a little more info. But long story short, I tend to do all or nothing. It's just my personality. It's the way it is. I don't even fight it anymore. At 62 years old, this is what I know about myself. I don't fight what I naturally am. I do not. I don't have shame about it. I want to have a simpler life at this stage in my life. I want simple. I don't want clutter. Well, clutter's not good for any of us, of course. But at this stage of my life, I'm just going to work with how I work. And if how I work is, it just hits me one day and I say, I am so sick of this, and then I spend 10 hours cleaning, well, a lot of people would say, geez, that's kind of unhealthy, 10 hours cleaning. I hope you ate this time versus your 6-hour photo shoot where you didn't drink or eat. Yep, I did. I ate one time. I got pizza. I said to the husband, give me takeout. Let's do takeout. I had pizza and did go to the bathroom for the 10 hours and drank. But that was the only breaks I took to eat the pizza and go to the bathroom. Anyway, okay. Been weighing on me, and this is how I am. Something weighs on me for long periods of time, and then bam. I will tell my recovery story, but that's how I got sober. Bam. Weighing on me. I think I'm an alcoholic. I drink too much. I drink for the wrong reasons. Blah, blah, blah. If I'm not drinking, I'm thinking about drinking. Blah, blah, blah. Bam. Stop drinking. That is how I've always been about something. All right, so it's weighing on me. And of course, now I'm doing these ADHD videos for the past, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And it's making me think more. Of course, I'm more aware of my symptoms. And so long story short, and I know I always say this, but this is going to be a short one. I did the overnight Friday night, and you would think, geez, weren't you tired? Now I can sleep. I'm a companion, and we have alarms. We have 2 different alarms. I definitely can sleep. And some of the girls, lucky them, they sleep well. I usually don't. But I have been the past few weeks. That can be another video why that is. Anyway, so I slept about 6 hours, which is pretty good for me at work. And I just got out of work at 9 o'clock, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make a kick-ass iced coffee, and I am tackling eBay. I'm tackling it. I'm tired of talking about it. I've been saying to my husband for a month, Brian, I just need to hear from you. If you will just tell me what to do, I'll do it. I just cannot make a decision. You know, the task paralysis. You're overwhelmed. You can't make the decisions. I said, I had planned on doing a bunch of yard sales. My friend offered to help me. Then she had shoulder surgery, so I was waiting. You know, you find reasons. My niece offered to help me. I was going to pay her to help me. I never got her over here to help me organize. The friend shoulder is pretty much okay now. She can help, and I don't want to do it. It's the end of June. Today's actually July 1st. I don't want to do it. You know what? I'm 62 and I'm tired. I don't want to. And you know what? I could recoup some money. I have really nice stuff. But I don't, there's many things I could do. I could go try to find a reseller and just sell everything for $1 each. That would be an amazing thing. If you were a reseller and I gave you 1,000 items, because that's what I have, I'm sure, for $1,000, you would be getting great stuff. But I don't feel like trying to find someone. It would have to be someone in this area. There's many alternatives, but sometimes my sanity and my mental health is worth more than the money. And it just clicked with me Saturday. I thought of it Friday night and I said, tomorrow morning I'm doing this, and I did it. And so I'm not done. Not done, but a lot of good has come from it. So let me just review quickly. I am not like this. I wish I could be, because I don't know if I could become this, what this advice says, because I've taken the decluttering, courses and stuff, but I'm just not good at doing it for 10 or 15 minutes. Believe me, I tried in my office. I would tell my therapist, I set a timer for 10 minutes and I just walked away. Like, I did the 10 minutes and walked away, but I never got back to it for 2 months. But I'm better when I get the momentum, just to keep up, however long that takes. Saturday, 10 hours. To say that my back and my neck were killing me would be an understatement, everybody. I've got arthritis. And I'll tell you, Mama, I have injuries. I've got everything. History of frozen shoulders, 2 herniated discs in the neck for the past 25 years. Arthritis, in the lower back, the knees, and the hands. Anyway, I've kicked out sugar, though, and I'll tell you, that's helped the arthritis amazingly. I don't know if it's helped ADHD symptoms. I heard that no sugar would, but been 5 months, 6 months. Anyway, helped the arthritis tons, so let me tell you. I just kicked ass. So this is what I did. I realized Friday night I can't overcomplicate it. That's another thing I'm awesome at doing, overcomplicating, and then I get task paralysis. I can't do it. Oh no, there's just too much to think of, too many moving parts. I'll put it off until, next week when I have more energy, that bull crap-olies. Anyway, I said there were a few people I wanted to ask. I messaged a few coworkers. All I said to them was this. I have tons of items, because they all know I sell on eBay and I quit a couple of months ago. So I have tons of stuff. Just let me know if you're interested. Let me know what size, kind of what style, casual, professional wear. And that was kind of it. I kept it very simple. So I asked like 3 coworkers and a couple of my girlfriends. Then I scheduled Big Brother, Big Sister. They were coming Monday morning. How lucky. They only come once a month. They were coming Monday morning. 8 Contractor bags filled to the top. They took Monday morning. That gives you an idea of how much stuff I have. And I'm going to say half done. Maybe a little more than half done. Oh, guys, I'm embarrassed to tell you, but you know what? I'm joking with my friends. I feel like I've been in an AA meeting since Friday night. Hi, I'm Maureen. I'm an overshopper. What can I tell you guys? Yes, there is embarrassment, but what can I do? My girlfriend texted me, and she's like, geez, she probably doesn't mean it like that, but when you're sensitive, like, and you read a text and you can't read tone, she's like, how did you fit this all in your house? And then, you feel like, oh, God, what does she think? Like I'm a freaking hoarder or something, And, you do feel like that. You do feel embarrassed. But, what can I do? So am I going to live in this situation because I'm embarrassed, or am I going to fix the situation? So thank you, God. Friday night I said I'm going to fix the situation, and I've been killing it. So 10 hours. Oh, my God. Everybody's coming. Epilepsy Foundation, Vietnam vets, and Big Brother, Big Sister. Okay, so they're all going to do pickups. Big Brother, Big Sister just did one Monday. Like I said, 8 Contractor bags. 1, 2, 3. 2 thrift stores in the area that collect, and part of what they collect goes to women's shelters. A friend of mine's a doll. She took 3 Contractor bags to women's shelters in a nearby city that she lives near. So she's a dolly. Plus, I gave her a bunch of stuff. Another coworker, I gave her, she just lost tons of weight. She needed stuff. Yeah, I got another coworker, not, tons of money. She and her partner gave them tons of stuff. I am thrilled. Another friend of mine, she needs career wear. She's gained weight over the years, good old menopause. And she needs career wear. I gave her tons. And I've got nice stuff, you guys. I don't even have, I have a few items that are mall brands, and that's what I gave away to Big Brother, Big Sister and all that. But, I got Trina Turk. I don't know. Name the names, the big names. Brooks Brothers, Ralph Lauren. And even higher end, Equipment Femme. I had a lot of, I found like a pair of wool dress pants for $295 tag on it. I found a Giorgio Armani bodysuit that I offered to my 25-year-old, but it was too small. It's like an extra small. It's tiny. for $595 on it. So that's like, those things stand out. All my stuff isn't like that, don't I wish? But I've got good stuff. Anyway, a lot of classic pieces, beautiful vintage pieces, beautiful gowns. Anyway, very long story short is, I've got 2 prom giveaways I'm going to give. I did it one other year, so I know who to give it to. Anton Cleaners and Bella the Ball, and there's another one. And I'm going to have to save all my gowns and stuff. From being a photographer, I have a lot of gowns. I used to do portrait and conceptual work. And so I can give those in January. I have to hold on to those. But anyway, I'm killing it. I am killing it. Well, the friend that I gave the career wear, she works at a local college. She messaged this morning, thank you so much. And I had given her 2 huge IKEA bags. Anything I didn't want or didn't fit, I gave to a couple of the students and also some of my coworkers. They're so grateful. And Mo, I forgot to tell you, we have a professional closet for the kids. So when they're graduating and they have to go on interviews, they have things to wear. And I'm like, oh, I never even connected that. Thank you so much. I will have tons of stuff for you. And she said, actually, some of the young people would like some of the formal gowns, not really prom gown, not all the embellished kind, but the more slinky, sophisticated gowns. I said, that's awesome. I'll collect a bunch for you. So I'm giving a lot away. Oh God, I found a shelter that collects men's and women's professional wear. I've got tons of it. Because this shelter in a nearby city is helping people get back to work that are homeless. So yay. So this is making me feel terrific, you guys. And a bunch of my friends are like, you're so good. Thank you. Wow, Mo, you could be making money off of this. And I said, you know what though? This is what I've done so far was my unlisted, you guys. I'm embarrassed to say that I am. I bought all the stuff and I never listed it. I haven't even started to hit the listed stuff. I have a lot of stuff, you guys. So anyway, long story short is a real quick check-in. I just wanted to say, not everything works for everybody. And this is not that what I'm reading to you guys is bad, like the microburst strategies when tackling a space, large overreaching goals usually lead to ADHD paralysis. I do agree with that for sure. Instead, rely on these actionable bite-sized tasks to get the dopamine flowing. I do believe in that, and like I said, this helps me with the smaller things. This helps me. But I have found, and this is not a new thing, this is me, I was like this in graduate school, you guys. I just work better under pressure. It's not even under pressure because, it's not like anyone has a gun to my head, but for this particular thing, I'm just better when I do a lot of it at once. So in other words, once I'm in momentum, leave me alone. My husband's like, Mo, you got to eat. He kept saying all weekend, you didn't collect all this stuff in a weekend. You're not going to get rid of it all in a week. So relax, come eat, sit down at the kitchen table, blah, 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 which I had cleared. Haha. If you know from my other videos, that took a while to clear. Yeah. And I said, no, I'm on a roll. So anyway, I'm thrilled. My stuff is going to good places. I made enough off of eBay that I'm not even losing money, you guys. I got such good deals. My cost of goods was very, very low. And I have some great thrift stores near me in a city near me. And so it's not like I'm losing money. You know what I mean? And honestly, if I was losing money, whatever. I don't care. I'm just going to be so happy to get my dining room back because that became my eBay room. So I'm getting a dining room back. I'm getting my garage, like 3/4 of my garage is bins in it. And maybe 1/3 of my cellar has bins in it. So I'm going to be getting back all this room in my house. So yay. I'm not setting, I'm not telling myself I have to have it done by this weekend, but within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have it all done and out the door. And I'm thrilled. Anyway, wanted to do a check-in. I don't want to always be grousing about everything. Sometimes things work out. I'm pretty excited. I will check back in at some point and let you guys know when I'm all done. Yay, can't wait. All right, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Please, if you can relate to anything you hear me say, please leave a comment. I'm really hoping this will become a community where we can all talk to each other and help each other. Not just about me and my problems, about all of us, and we can support each other. And please share if you know of any other woman in midlife that has ADHD and you think that she could benefit from this. And yeah. All right, everybody. Until next time.